Hi, I'm Beth Sheffield of HeartHorse Dressage, and this is my Tokyo prospect horse, Farusa. We've been asked to do a video on how to ride the leg yield. The leg yield is in the international tests for grade 2 and grade 3. We're a grade 3, we ride it in trot. Grade 2 ride it in walk. It's quite an interesting movement because it's not used a massive amount in able-bodied dressage tests, so it can cause some confusion as to what a really good leg yield looks like. First of all, whichever pace you're doing it in needs to be of really good quality. It needs to be nice and forward, it needs to be on the bit, and then from there I'll go forward and show you how to ride the leg yield, first of all in walk, and then I'll show you in trot. The rein aid for the leg yield is on the side that you're going to be yielding away from. You're going to lift it slightly and bring it slightly away from the neck, so you create a space to push the hind leg into, and your outside rein sits snug around the neck on the outside. You don't bring your hand across the neck to try and create the leg yield, or drag it and flex the neck hard in any strange way. It's all very subtle. The aids for a leg yield really are quite subtle. Your outside rein forms the barrier that stops the horse from just going onto a diagonal line without any lateral movement. So your outside rein wants to be there. It's controlling the shoulder, keeping the shoulder slower so that the hind legs can step across. So when you're teaching the horse to leg yield, you need to have the feeling in the beginning that you're not gripping on with your outside leg. Your outside leg wants to have a tiny air gap so the horse has room to step across. So you push the horse across with your inside leg, and your outside leg allows the horse to move across. It doesn't get in the way. When you first teach the horse how to leg yield, you're wanting to get the horse to step away from the leg that's on the inside of the bend. So you set the horse up by asking for a small amount of flexion, and then taking the horse sideways a little bit off your inside leg. Good girl. You're not looking for a massive crossing, you're just looking for the horse to feel like it becomes more hollow from your inside leg. Remember, it's a leg yield, it's not a full sideways. You want the horse to stay in balance, not become too bent in the neck. To step away from your inside leg. Good girl. One of the best exercises for starting this is riding a spiral, where you go from a smaller circle slowly out onto a bigger circle, pushing the horse out with your inside leg. So Wonky and I are going to show you that. Good girl. Up you go. Now you can do this in walk or trot. With a more advanced horse, you can do it a little bit in canter, but you have to be careful in canter, you don't lose the balance too much. So we're going to ride a small circle in walk. Going to keep the activity up. Going to ask her to move a little bit out and out off my inside leg. Out and forward, and out and forward. With the leg yield, it's really important to keep thinking that it is still a forward sideways movement. It is not just a sideways movement. So this is an exercise if a horse is really struggling to get the gist of leg yielding. You're going to have the horse at somewhere between 30 degrees and 45 degrees to the wall, and just stand the horse there, and then you're going to flex the horse's head and neck ever so slightly to the right, and you're going to push the horse off your right leg. And you're going to encourage the horse to go up the track, looking at the wall. It's a really nice way of helping horses to understand what they're meant to be doing in the leg yield. Good girl. I'll show you that exercise from the other direction. I'm going to plant my horse against the wall. Good girl. At about somewhere between 30 degrees and 45 degrees. So I'm not at 90 degrees to the wall. I'm not asking the horse to go fully sideways, I'm only asking the horse to go slightly sideways and slightly forward. Good girl. I'm going to flex her a little bit left, so I'm going to have a little feeling in my left hand, and then I'm going to put my left leg on. I'm going to ask her to step up the track. Good girl. That's a really good way of helping horses that are struggling to understand to find that easy understanding of the leg yield. Just as with all good things in dressage, you are looking to still maintain all the scales of training. Apart from the collection, you don't have collection in leg yield. Once your horse understands stepping from the inside leg on the circle, you can start to do the most basic of the line-to-line leg yields, which is you go from the inside track to the wall. The wall has a strangely magnetic effect on horses, so you can use it to your advantage pretty easily. So make sure you've got a really nice active walk. Come on the inside track. Go straight on the inside track so the horse learns to wait for you, not just fall. And then ask the horse to step across from your inside leg. So make sure your walk is nice and active. And then you can go from the quarter line. Again, make sure you're straight on the quarter line. Straight on the quarter line. Horse is not anticipating, and then ask the horse to flex slightly to the left and step off your left leg. The horse wants to stay pretty much parallel to the long side. It is quite a problem that most riders have, is that they throw their outside rein away, they pull on the inside rein, and they try to yield the horse, helping themselves with their inside rein, and then you end up with a horse that's kinked. Leg yield is not a collecting exercise, so you can do it from the working paces. You don't collect the walk first, you ride the walk forward, so you want a nice, strong, medium walk. Horse actively stepping forward, and then you flex a little bit right, and you ask the horse to step over. The same rules apply when you're doing a leg yield in trot. You want a nice balanced trot, not too big. And it's easier to go from the quarter line out, always thinking forward, and then sideways. Once your horse understands going from the quarter line out, you can go from the side in. Always make sure you are straight before And after your leg yield, now I'm going to ride the line from the grade 3 test. I'm going to turn onto the quarter line, go down the quarter line, straight, 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 get halfway, over, 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 good girl, straight for the corner. When I'm at home, I like to mix things up a bit. One of my favourite exercises is going onto the quarter line, go straight and go across to the centre line or to the other quarter line. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to turn onto my quarter line, get straight, now go across to the other quarter line. Good girl. So going to go again, going to turn onto the quarter line, going to go across, and go round. Good girl. Go onto the quarter line, going to go across, and to go around. Make sure the horse is not trying to take control in the exercise. I'm going to ride onto the quarter line and go a little bit sideways, go straight, go a little bit the other way, and then go straight.